Hello everybody, you already know who it is, and for those of you that don't, I'm Deadpylons. I'm here to go ahead and give you a list of very powerful guns you should definitely get before the release of Beyond Light. Let's go! First up is one of my personal favorite weapons, the Legend of Aquarius. This thing is an absolute DPS monster, and honestly it's one of the easier guns to get in this list. You'll need to pick up the quest on the comms. You can get this quest from killing any Cabal anywhere in the game. The quest is pretty straightforward, and at the end of the quest you'll get the Legend of Aquarius. And with the raids being as they are now, you can continuously farm Prestige Leviathan for the Catalyst. The Catalyst gives it 6 in the magazine with a tremendous reload boost, and deeper ammo reserves. Next up is Sleeper Simulant. This thing also holds its own as a DPS monster, but how you get it's a little lengthy. What you'll need to do is finish the Warmind campaign. Once you've done with that, you'll need to complete all the Mars World quests, and after that, you'll need to complete the Perfect Form step. After that, you'll finally get your Sleeper Simulant, and you can get the Catalyst and Prestige Spire of Stars, and I highly recommend it, because the Catalyst gives it deeper ammo reserves, and it picks up the weapon's charge rate by a good amount, making it one of the faster charging linear fusion rifles in the game. Next up is Anarchy. This weapon by itself is pretty amazing, but honestly, you'd want to pair this up with something like a grenade launcher or a sniper rifle. Once you do that, you'll really start to see some major DPS on anything you're trying to kill. To get this gun, it's as simple as just farming Scourge of the Past, and it has no catalyst or anything else, because again, the gun's amazing. Next up, Xenophage. Honestly, this thing's top tier when it comes to DPS, and the quest for it is a little funky. To get the quest, you need to go to the area where Eris Morn gives your reward after completing her memory quest. Once you're here, there are 4 statues in the room. You'll need to activate these statues in a certain order to get them all lit up. The order is front right, back right, front left. Once they're all lit up, a chest will spawn in the middle of the room. Pick this up and you can start your Xenophage quest. And even though this thing doesn't hit crits on its own, once you pair it up with something like Divinity, a Tether, or Oppressive Darkness, this thing dishes out some serious damage and very little time. Next up, Whisper of the Worm. This sniper rifle literally takes chunks out of bosses with its amazing perk White Nail, which refills the magazine after 3 precision hits. And to get this gun, you just simply need to run the Whisper, located on IO. And it also has a catalyst, but if you don't already have it or have been working on it for the past couple weeks, I'm sorry, but you need exactly 3 weeks to complete the catalyst for Whisper of the Worm. And seeing as Beyond Light comes out in like a week and a half, you won't have enough time. The Catalyst gives it bonus range and precision damage while zoomed in, and it gives it a nice boost in reload. But even without the Catalyst, this weapon dishes out a decent amount of damage, so I still recommend going for the gun. Next up, the iCalos Sniper Rifle. When this gun was first introduced to us back in Warmind, it was literally the best sniper rifle in the game, but now that it's returned to us in Season of Arrivals, it can still hold its own. You can farm this gun from the Assassin Focus Umbral Engrams, and there are many perks to choose from. My personal recommendation is to farm for a roll with Corkscrew Rifling, Tactical Mag, 4 times the charm, and high impact reserves. But if you don't get that exact roll, that's okay. As long as you get something that gives you an extra round, range, and returning ammo after a few precision hits, such as triple tap, it'll work out just as fine. Next up, First and Last Out. I like to think of this thing as a mini Legend of Aquarius just because of how hard it hits. You can farm this weapon from the CQC Umbral Engrams. There are many rolls to go with this gun. My personal recommendations are Corkscrew Rifling, Assault Mag, Auto-Loading Holster, and Vorpal Weapon. But if you don't get those rolls, it's okay. This thing still hits pretty hard on its own. Next up, the Falling Guillotine. Honestly, this thing is the greatest sword in this entire game, hands down. It absolutely shreds any and all bosses with little to no effort. And you could farm this weapon with the Arrival Focus Umbral Engrams. And there are many perks to go with this weapon. My personal recommendation is Jagged Edge, Swordmaster's Guard, Relentless Strike, and Whirlwind Blade. But if you don't get those exact perks, it's okay. This sword's still way above average compared to every other sword in DPS. Last up, the Bad Omens. This is another one of my personal favorite weapons. This thing used to be amazing in DPS, but now it's beautiful for burst damage. You can farm this weapon with the Contrast Focused Umbral Engrams, and there are many perks to go with this weapon. My personal recommendation are Volatile Launch, Impact Casing, Tracking Module, and Cluster Bombs. You can actually get this exact rolled Bad Omens from the Drifter. Downside is you'll need to reset your infamy at least 2 times. But if you don't want to do that, and I don't blame you, you can also go for Hard Launch, Black Powder, Auto-Loading Holster, and Cluster Bombs. If you somehow vibe with these type of videos, please leave a like. And hell, why not subscribe to the channel? It inspires me to make more. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace, and have a good one. Bye.